The Trigger Spoon Jr. Big enough to draw strikes from trophy trout, small enough to round up a limit of pan-sized fryers, and the perfect spoon to put on the end of your line when the trolling gets tough. Pick up your kit of Trigger Spoon Juniors today at fishhuntshoot.com. Fish on 10 feet deep. 10 feet deep on a clown pattern Trigger Spoon Jr. Very cool. 10 feet deep. Going about, I don't know, 1.8, 1.9 miles an hour. Pretty basic presentation. We're here at Rollins Lake. Water is 46 degrees. So it's pretty chilly, but the clarity is quite good actually. So kind of just moving along here, medium slow, showing them some spoons. It is a pond smelt lake, and it paid off. We've been trolling maybe 15 minutes or so, something like that. And fish on. See if we can actually get him to the kayak. I've been having trouble landing them lately. But we'll see. Ooh, he's pulling now. Not planning on keeping any today, so see if I can lift him aboard. We'll see how he's hooked. A nice little rainbow. Feisty little guy. That's awesome. That's the first one I've caught on that clown Trigger Jr. Here he comes. Just like that. Awesome. Little fighter. He is hooked right through the hard part of the upper lip there. Out with the hook. Oh, little guy. Easy now. Nice little Rollins Lake pan-sized rainbow, and he's back in. Awesome. That was totally cool. My shirt all tangled up here. Got my line all tangled up. So that clown pattern Trigger Jr., that's a pretty good pond smelt imitation. There's a lot of pond smelt in this lake, and even though that was a recent planter, with so many pond smelt around, it doesn't take the trout long to figure out that the pond smelt are good to eat, pretty easy to catch. So they'll start to dial in on that natural forage pretty quickly. So pond smelt imitations are always a great way to start the day here at Rollins. And you know, as with any lake, it comes down to either experience at the lake or haven't done your homework. Rollins is a pond smelt lake, kind of a no-brainer to start out the day with fairly small pond smelt imitations. Show those to the fish, see if they're willing to go. If they're not willing to go, you can experiment from there. Now, as the water temperature starts to spike up here, we might speed up. We might do pretty well here with speed spoons or something like that if we can find a concentration of fish. I'm up at Rollins Lake today, and when I launched, the water temperature was right at 46 degrees. Now it's mid-morning, and the temperature has moved all the way up to 48.5 degrees. It's still pretty cold, but I've noted a change in the fish. I've noted a change in the environment here of what's going on. Early, I caught 2 trout on a clown pattern Trigger Spoon Jr., trolled anywhere from like 1.7 to 1.9, about 10 feet deep. Got 2 strikes, 2 trout. Well, I took Lucy to shore, and I kind of been watching this bay here off of Freeloaders Cove where the power lines are. And as I was going into shore, I saw a group of pond smelt, little tiny guys, swimming right under the surface. And then I saw a rainbow swimming right near them. While we were on shore, I had some coffee and gave Lucy a snack and whatnot. I noticed that there were several fish breaking on the surface in this bay. No real concentration, just kind of scattered throughout. Now, unfortunately, right before I got back on the water, someone came through on a jet ski who apparently likes it really cold because this water is freezing. But they bombed through here pretty good, and they put some of the surface activity down, although I still am seeing fish breaking on the surface. The bottom line is I can tell the fish in this area of the lake, they're more active. There is active forage here. These fish are a little more willing to chase, so I changed up my lures. I took off the Trigger Spoon Juniors on my deep rod at 10 feet. I have one of my pinhead spoons that I control a little bit faster. That's working at 10 feet. And over here, I have a mag lip basically top lining it. So it's running about 6 feet deep. It's a mag lip 2.0. It is chrome and has some orange dots, and the pinhead, it is an orange top, chrome back. So I'm trolling my speed. I'm fluctuating anywhere from 1.9 to 2.3. I'm just kind of messing with these fish here, and I just want to find out if they're willing to chase. I know I can probably catch a few more fish on Trigger Spoon Juniors, but I wanted to see if something a little more aggressive would, result in more strikes. And I'm going to make a turn here, work this bank. I saw some pretty attractive marks over on this shoreline here. But the bottom line is, when you're out on the water, and I've said this many times here on the channel, you need to take in all the information. You need to watch the water, watch the sonar, and you need to adapt your approach based on what you see. It might not always pay off, but you always want to be adapting to the conditions as they change throughout the day. And we're getting into the prime time here. Since I've been talking, the temperature's gone from 48.5 to 48.7. So the temperature's starting to come up. The food chain out here is coming alive, and hopefully the predatory fish are going to, take note of that and start chasing a little more. So we'll see what happens. But the thing to take home from this is to always watch all the clues of what's going on around you and adapt your approach to match the ever-changing conditions. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm signing off for now. I know that tip will help you catch more and bigger fish throughout the course of this season. I'm having a hard time talking here. If you're looking for trout gear, you know where to go. Go on over to fishhuntshoot.com. Stay fish on right there, right on the mag lip. You stay safe out there, and I'm going to try to reel this fish in. He's a battler. Wow. I thought that mag lip was going to pay off. I thought something with a little more action was going to draw some strikes from these guys. You could just tell that they were getting dialed into these pond smelt. They were willing to chase, and I probably traveled, I don't know, 200-300 yards since I got back in the water. Ooh, he's jumping. Oh, that's cool. I probably went 200 or 300 yards before I got that hook up. I should talk to the camera more. I seem to hook a lot of fish when I got the camera going. Oh, that's a nice rainbow. He's a husky little guy. Oh no. Thermos is on the net. Here we go. There we go. On the mag lip. How many times have I said that here on the channel? Let's get this guy. Oh good, he came off the hook. Let's check this guy out here real quick. Adapt to the changing conditions and hook the fish. It's simple as that. I'll catch you next time right here on YouTube. Get back in there, guy. Boom, there he goes. There's that mag lip right there.